What's good, y'all? Rich Sosa back in a building with another banger. Now, first things first, before we get started, I gotta go ahead and say thank God King Jesus for another day and another opportunity. And as y'all can see from the looks of the title and the screen, today I put together a very special build for you. Now, this one, I'm gonna be calling it the two-way DIMING post threat. And the build is going to be coming out to the DIMING interior threat. Now, out of all NBA legends, this one's going to be reminding me of Mr. 11 Rings, also known as Bill Russell. And with this build today, when it comes towards our attributes, we're going to get a 99 plus put towards our standing dunk, driving dunk, pass accuracy, offensive and defensive rebound with our stamina. Now we're also going to get the elite standing contact dunks, regular pro contact dunks, all of the passing styles with a total of 37 badges. Now we're also going to get 7 of those being Hall of Fame, 13 gold, 10 silver with 7 bronze. And this build is really a newer meta center, really a great centerpiece for any team, especially for the 5s. This is also a really great ones build, and it's a dominant glass cleaner, especially with one of the most rare comparisons and team logos when it comes to this build making. But for those of you who have figured out to shoot with a lower 3-point rating, this is going to be the build for you. Now, before we get any further, the whole point of everybody coming together is first to praise the Lord King Jesus for another day and another opportunity. And second, if it's your first time coming through, welcome to the family. Be sure to hit that sub button if you're new. Smash that like button. Turn on post notifications to be a part of the rich family. And last but definitely not least, comment down TG for Thank God King Jesus and where you're tuning in from, and I most definitely will be sure to get back to y'all with a response. Now, if your build looks like this, you are all set to move forward to make one of the most rarest build comparisons. Now, this build is going to be really great overall. Let's start with these physicals. So as for that stamina, I'm going to put this all the way up to a 97. Getting into the vertical, let's move this up to an 82. And then as for when it comes to our strength, make sure you go with a 90. Now for the acceleration, put this up to a 58 with a speed of a 67. Now this right here already does allow you to move up and down the floor at ease, but take this into account, your +4 from completing your Gatorade facility workouts. Those of you who don't know, each star does give you a +1 put towards your attributes on the physicals, so we're going to maintain a 71 speed on this build, 62 acceleration, 94 strength, 86 vertical with a 99 stamina. Now this sets us up perfectly to get started. So the first area that I want to dive into is going to be our playmaking. So as for that pass accuracy, make sure you go all the way up to a 92. As for when it comes to the ball handle, go with a 57. And then moving into the speed with ball, nobody wants to be slow, so let's go with a 59. So as you can see, we get bronze big driver. Also for the ball handle, the same exact thing. Getting into the pass accuracy, here's where things get special. We get gold touch passer, relay passer, needle threader, and dimer. Now we also do get Hall of Fame special delivery with Hall of Fame break starter, which I think is the most important badge out of today's build. So as far as when it comes towards the playmaking, we're pretty set to move forward. Let's get started when it comes towards our defense. So for that interior, I'm going to put this all the way up to a 72. Getting into the perimeter, to be able to guard just about any build, let's go with a 60. And then as for that steal, make sure you go all the way up to a 70. So as for the block, let's go with a 78. And then moving into the offensive and defensive rebound, let's go with a 93 for our offensive with the defensive being brought up to an 89. Now as you can see, we get Hall of Fame box out beast, gold pogo stick with rebound chaser. Also going to be able to maintain badges like Hall of Fame post playmaker. For that block, we do get bronze anchor, silver chase down artist with gold pogo stick once again. Now for the steal, here's why it's important to go ahead and max this out. You get bronze interceptor with right stick ripper. As for the perimeter defense, we do get bronze off ball pass, and also silver workhorse. Now for that interior, bronze anchor and silver workhorse are going to play a huge factor here as well, but this is just about everything you need to be a true effective defensive build. Now if there's anything that you would recommend, I want to see it down below in the comments, but we're all set to move forward into the rest of the finishing. So as for when it comes towards our standing dunk, let's move this all the way up to a 96. Getting into the driving dunk, let's go up to an 89. And then for that driving layup, I'm going to go with a 70. Now leave the close shot as is, and as you can see, we're going to get badges like gold fast twitch. You also get pro touch. Moving a little bit lower, you get silver whistle, giant slayer, and then also bronze fearless finisher is one of my favorite badges with spot finder. Now for that driving layup, we get a whole lot of badges here. Silver slithery with gold bunny, and then also once again we do get Hall of Fame two-step, silver float game, scooper with Hall of Fame spin cycle. Now for that driving dunk, I'm pretty happy with the badges here. We get gold aerial wizard, silver posterizer, then we get Hall of Fame precision dunker with spin cycle and two-step here. Overall, I think this is one of the best builds that you can make out of this position. Now look, you also do get gold rise up with aerial wizard put here. You have all the badges equipped and needed to be effective to get contact dunks, especially with the fact being that you are a slasher, part post scorer. This makes it one of the best hybrid big men this year on next gen in my opinion. Now let's go ahead and check out the shooting. So as for that free throw to be effective in the rec, I want to make sure that I go with a 71, and this is what we're going to be looking like once you get this build maxed out to 99 overall. Now as you can see, we do get bronze free points, which I think is going to be more than enough. Now look, you have to take a few things into account before moving forward. Activating your takeover will give you a plus 10 depending on if you double it. That's going to allow you to be able to get all of these attributes easily from the 80s into the 90s and the 90s up to a 99. Now look, if you also add in the fact that you can buy boost, wearing gear gives you an additional boost as well as playing good in each game. Now with that being taken into account, I think this is one of the most toxic defenders, especially as a center. Now from here, let's go ahead and move forward to make sure that everybody made this build correctly. Now we should be getting these three different comparisons. Look at that first one when it comes to the Celtics logo. Legend Bill Russell, Mr. 11 Rings, and as y'all can see, we have created what I called the two-way diming post threat coming out to the diming interior threat. Now, I really do enjoy that comparison of Bill Russell. I gotta go ahead and play it one more time. This is easily one of the best comparisons that I've seen, especially once you look at that logo. I think it's one of the most classic logos in all of the NBA's history. Now, if you add up everything of what I previously did mention, you have a whole lot of potential out of this big man. Now, I just want to say thank you so much for your support, but more so than anything, God bless every single one of you and the Lord above. And before we get out of here, if it was your first time coming through, be sure to hit that sub button if you're new, smash that like button, turn on post notifications to be a part of the rich family, and last but definitely not least, comment down TG for thank God King Jesus and where you're tuning in from, and I most definitely will be sure to get back to y'all with a response. And with all that being said though, I got one last thing to say. Rich out.